welcome all of our fine citizens that have shown up tonight for this very important event. The problem of drugs that we have in our community. And I would like to say that Newport and Cocke County is not the only place that has this problem. This is a nationwide problem and abroad as well. And any little thing that we can do here tonight towards solving some of the problems, at least curtailing, will be very important to our young people and our older people as well. We have a great turnout from the Newport Police Department, representatives from the Sheriff Department. It's good to have Senator Sutherland with us tonight, taking time out of his schedule, as well as Representative Eddie Yoki. We're glad to have them here, and of course, the General Pleasure to have you here, and I saw Tanya somewhere. There she is. She's hid back there beside Derek, which could be in trouble. Derek, be careful. Okay. But at the last council meeting or workshop, Luke brought up the idea of a town forum to discuss the ways that the community can come together to come up with a plan, whatever we can do to try to stop the drug problem that we have here in our community. And the council agreed that it would be good to have a town forum, invite all the citizens. It is a shame the room's not packed. Really, as important as this problem is, we should fill up the stadium at Cocke County High School. But that's just the way things are. And people have obligations that they have to meet, but at least, I guess we could say the important people that's really concerned about it are here tonight. And we are glad you're here, and we're glad to host this great forum here in our meeting hall for City Council. And I guess what we probably need to do, we need to instruct everyone at this table especially to make sure your mic is pulled forward. We are recording. We have been recording our council meetings for the last 2 or 3 months. There's some glitches that we're still trying to work out. Some of the citizens in the community have voiced to me that when we turn our heads away from the mic, then the voice quality of being able to hear it on TV kind of goes away a little bit. So, you know, we're going to be opening up the floor for anyone that would like to speak and share your ideas with us. We have the mic over here. We'd ask that if you speak, if you go to this mic and state your name for the record, if you would. But again, thanks for being here, and we know this is going to be a very, very productive meeting. Who wants to talk first? Luke, I'd say you'd be a great choice, you know.
My idea was to get as many people in the community involved in a non-partisan, non-political, in a way to help one another, because whether you live in, wherever you live in Newport. If you live 10 miles or 5 miles out past the county line, most of the time you don't say I live in Cocke County, I live in Newport. But what I'd like to see tonight is give us some constructive ideas. If I knew the answer how to fix this problem, I would put it before council time and again. But I don't know. I promise you, I don't have a clue how to fix this problem. I don't know if we need a large community watch, if we need to develop to where each neighborhood looks after your neighborhood and there's somebody at the police department you can talk to. But drugs and prescription drugs are stealing a generation of our children. We're losing a good portion of the minds that can be developed in constructive work for our country. We're losing them to prescription drugs. And it seems like it's not like when I was growing up, if somebody went to a ball game and drank a 6-pack of beer and they went home and threw up, and tomorrow they went on to work and everything was fine. It seems like once they get these drugs, they can't seem to do any better. And part of what we need to do maybe is treatment. But if we could stop the people from selling them we would go a long way to remove this addiction. And there's kids, and I've seen it, there's kids that are buying these pills that couldn't stop at the convenience store and buy a six-pack of beer because they're too young. They couldn't go buy a six-pack of beer, yet they can buy prescription drugs to shoot or however they take them. And all I try to do is get a cross-section of the community to come in and give us some ideas, whatever your ideas are. We may look at 100 ideas, and if we only have one good one, that's great. But we've got to do something. If we don't do anything, if this community doesn't do anything, a year from now and 2 years from now, it's just going to be worse and worse. Now, I know the police department, they've got their hands full. I know the sheriff's department got their hands full. I know sometimes the law is written not to protect the person that's trying to do right. The law is written to protect the criminal. And maybe it should be written that way, because if you didn't, maybe people would, they could just run over somebody. I don't know the answer to that, but if we need to get the law changed, we've got a state representative here, we've got a state senator here, we need to talk to them, and we need to say, go back to Nashville, do something about this. We've done everything from the snail darter to the cypress trees to the things on the Smoky Mountains. We're losing our kids here. It's not a little fish. I mean, we're losing our kids here. I'm back in the early part of this year. I could count in the paper. Somebody was overdosing every week. I mean, and those were the ones that were confirmed. And so I just ask you that when you come to this microphone, don't come up there to blast somebody because we haven't done something or whatever. Give us something good and constructive, something that will benefit us, and something that we can take and work with. And I'll probably have something else to say at some point, but I'll stop right there.
Yes. You do. You're not bashful.
But I don't need a microphone.
I know you will.
Okay. I appreciate everyone. I highly recommend an accountability board. Accountability should be from the inside out, and I'm afraid what's got to happen now to make that happen, it's going to come from the outside in. There's very good officers all over. There are some that are not so good. We need them held accountable. There's tons of drugs in our jail. Why? We need to find out. Now, I've talked to people that work in law enforcement. One particular person told me they would rent a whole stadium if they knew they wouldn't get fired and just start shooting at fans. My suggestion to them, and anybody that I come in contact with, is find that one person you trust. I trust Donna Hopkins immensely. I trust a lot of people. I trust Brad. There's people that I trust. I trust, obviously, Armando. Find somebody you trust. Well, the reaction I get to that is, what if I'm wrong? There have been people who have been wrong before. My family's going to suffer. I'm going to get hurt. You're crazy to be as vocal as you are. I'll just go business as usual. We've got to have an accountability board, someplace where people can go to and tell what they know without fear of ramification, that information is going to go back to who leaked it out. And if it's the President of the United States and he's doing something wrong, then the chips fall where they may all the way down. But I don't think we're going to be able to clean up this county until we provide a safe haven for people to bring forward that information. And then we need our judges accountable to follow through when our officers are busting their butts and doing everything they can to enforce the law and make these arrests and take it all the way to court, and then the judge does this and they're gone. We need to hold our judges accountable. So I guess my main concern is that we have accountability.
The accountability I was going to address on behalf of the police department. And again, we have no control over the jail. That's not in our purview. But as the police department, we, in my tenure as chief of police, we have initiated an accountability system. We We evaluate our officers, we evaluate our captains. I'm evaluated by the city administrator. It is at least 11-point, if not 12-point evaluation system. We have had some accountability taken to the federal court system. I assure you that I know no one in the police department is a leak of information or would be, and if I find that to be true, I promise you that I will pursue that before the extent of the law.
I probably should have been a little more clear. I don't live in the city, I pay taxes in the city, but I'm not coming towards the police department. I'm going blanket across.
And I understand that.
Across the
I just want to address on behalf of the police department. We have put forth standards of accountability in-house. We answer to the city administrator who does my evaluation, and we have even sent our officers to be trained in doing evaluations.
You might want to talk to the county how to do